Hello, everyone. Welcome to the CompTIA NTID celebration. Nice to have you here. I would like to introduce my friend Amy Cardell from CompTIA, and she will take it from here. Amy.
Thank you, Jim Mallory. It's a time to celebrate. And we have a slide that Jim will share with us to tell you what we're going to do today. Great. Can everyone see that slide? Awesome. In presenter mode, we have a slightly different view, I think. So here it comes. A celebration of certification and especially honoring the deaf and hard of hearing community and everyone who was involved to support the success of certification of over 50 people at RIT's National Technology Institute for the Deaf. Next slide, Jim. So today's agenda is going to include words and congratulations from Todd Thibodeaux, CEO of CompTIA, Gerry Buckley, the president of NTID and vice president of Rochester Institute of Technology, along with remarks from Randy Gross, CompTIA CISO, Linda Bryant, also known as LB, the director of NTID's Learning Consortium, and then Jim Mallory, our NTID certification professor, will honor the students. And we want to thank everyone for being here today. Next slide, please. So this all started before the pandemic. About 5 years ago to the day, Todd went to Rochester. Todd Thibodeaux, the CEO of CompTIA, went to Rochester and visited one of Jim's classrooms and was inspired by what he saw. And now when we look back at this slide, Todd, 2 of these people have 2 certifications. It'll be great for you to be able to speak to them. Next slide, please. I got to visit the classroom as well, and one of the most moving experiences of my career was seeing A+ taught without a word spoken. I really thought that was an amazing thing to see, and the efficiency of the classroom, and I got to play Vanna White on a Jeopardy game. Next slide. I got to visit this as well with our colleague Nancy Hammervick, and both of us earned sign names. Nancy's is N over the heart. Next slide, please. Of course, we had help from CompTIA's team as well. This is Anderson Lee. Many of you students met Anderson because he worked on our student success and career team. And he learned how to use technology to communicate better with the deaf. So there he is holding up his phone. Next slide. And of course, Greg in front of the wall of fame during the summer boot camp. This kicked off during COVID and continued amazingly through that period. I'm just so impressed by the dedication of staff and faculty to make this happen despite obstacles. Next slide. And when I came to visit, we did something at the midterm. We drove out to see Niagara Falls, which isn't too far, of course, from campus. And it was really a pleasure to meet and experience that with you all. And I learned something surprising on this trip. On the bus ride back in the dark, I realized you have to turn the lights on so you guys can talk because you can't see sign in the dark. I never would have thought of that if I hadn't joined you for the day. But of course, that's what we learned from experiencing a life together, how things really work. Next slide. So we celebrated in the middle of the class. There's been celebration at the end of class. Here's an example of some of the 50+ students who've been certified and gone through coursework at NTID. But now we're celebrating looking back at this whole period. And it's my pleasure to introduce to you now Todd Thibodeaux, CompTIA CEO, who will share a little bit of the history and the partnership. Todd, to you.
Great. Thanks, Amy. I look back on that picture and remember what an amazingly fun day that was to spend with you and to learn and learn more about you and to meet all of you and hear your stories and see your inspiration for becoming part of the CompTIA community. It's one of the things that's really a hallmark of CompTIA, that no matter where you come from in the world, no matter how old you are, no matter what your gender is, no matter what challenges you've faced in life, if you get CompTIA certified, you're the equal of anybody. Anybody that's come before you, no matter what exam they took, whether it was Security Plus, A+, Network Plus, any of the exams that we've been teaching since 1995, those people who pass that exam, go through all the work to do that, they're the equal of anybody else in the world. And I think that's what makes it such a valuable credential. So I'm really so happy that so many of you have taken the time, the effort, the work, have put in all that you could to be able to get certified and hold that credential. I guarantee you'll cherish that for your entire life. And when I meet people who got certified in CompTIA even 20, 30 years ago, they come up to me and some of them still have their CompTIA card in their wallet, and they'll pull it out, and it's this raggedy old card that doesn't look like it could stand up to a good wind. But they're proud that they did that they got CompTIA A+ certified, and for those people that were really early on. And it's one of those things that it makes me smile and makes me really, really proud to be part of an organization that has such an amazing program that can reach so many different people. And whether you're ever overcoming challenges that other people aren't, whether you're starting from scratch and you don't know anything about tech and you're introduced to a CompTIA program, we have resources and we have partners, and great partners like NTID, to be able to help you achieve those goals. So it's one of the big sources of pride. And I think Randy will touch on this a little bit later, but our experience visiting with you really opened up our eyes to a lot of different things. As a result of the work that we did with you, we've really broadened our charitable efforts within the organization as a whole to reach out to all kinds of different communities, whether it's creating jobs programs like we did in Minneapolis and other cities around the country. Those were inspired by the visit that we had with all of you at the campus and the perseverance of the students that you had there. Being able to take anybody from backgrounds, we had some people who have gone through some of our programs who didn't even know how to use a computer when they started, and were able to, through the efforts that we were able to bring to them, were able to learn and get great careers. And that's really what it's all about. It's the ability to equip you to work and to get out there and take advantage of the skills that you've acquired. CompTIA is synonymous with getting jobs and getting skills and getting trained and getting certified. But ultimately, no matter where you're coming from, it's all about getting certified so you can prove to somebody that you are as good as anybody else that's out there in the world. And I think that's, you should definitely make sure that you believe that and you take that away from this experience, because passing the exam is not an easy thing. No matter which exam you do, know how many of them you get. Randy can attest to that. He's recently gotten multiple certifications, and he said he was sweating bullets every time he sat down to take the test. It is a stressful thing, but then when you achieve, it's the most amazing thing in the world. And having gotten a chance to meet with students from all over the world, yourselves, people in different parts of Africa and Asia, South America, different countries, it's really been a pleasure. And so I'll always cherish the day that I got to spend with you. And it was great to spend the amount of time that I got to spend, because it was really valuable. It really transformed our organization and helped us carry forward in all kinds of innumerable ways that I can't even describe all of them to you today. So congratulations to all the students, and stay in the family, stay involved, get more CompTIA certs, and we'd be happy to be part of it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Todd, for those remarks. It really is personally and professionally so rewarding to spend time with this cohort, especially. I'm really excited now to introduce to everyone Gerry Buckley, NTID's president, and Rochester Technology's vice president, who's going to share about the history of the partnership and obstacles we've overcome. Gerry, over to you.
Okay. Good afternoon. Thank you very much for the opportunity to join you. And I want to also applaud the students who participated in the program and graduated and passed the test. I had the chance also to spend some time with the group and was very impressed with their commitment, their dedication, their desire to grow, develop new skills. NTID, historically, throughout our 60-year history, we've been very focused on one thing, and that is enhancing the employment status of deaf and hard of hearing people, primarily in the area of technology. So the partnership with CompTIA makes good sense because we share a very common goal. We want to prepare people to participate in the American workforce and to be qualified to compete for jobs, well-paying careers. Many deaf people historically have been excluded from careers in the computer science area, and we want to change that picture. We want equal participation. So providing this accessible service is a mutually beneficial objective that we share we're thrilled that this initial pilot effort was so successful. I want to recognize and thank my colleagues from the College of NTID, the faculty, especially Jim Mallory, for his work in leading this effort. I recall very clearly that the training happened, and then this first or second day, some of the people tested positive. We had to go online. And then I remember people coming back at night to study and help each other. And I was just really impressed with the spirit of learning that was involved in the group. So I want to thank all of our faculty who were involved and Jim for his leadership in this effort. We look forward to really continuing to grow the partnership. We are very focused on the employment outcomes, and I know that we still face challenges in that area. We know that many employers are not yet experienced or comfortable yet hiring and employing deaf and hard of hearing people in the area of technology and computer science. So that is something I would really like for us to focus on in the future, working together to make sure that the individuals who've completed the certification, which we're celebrating tonight, that we really are tracking them and making sure that they are having that employment success. And if that's not happening, we have to figure out together how to address that with employers and work together so that in the future, the placement rates will be 100% for all the graduates. So thank you for allowing me to participate tonight. I'll turn it back to Amy to introduce the other participants.
Thank you, Gerry. It was great to hear from you, and we agree jobs are important at the end, and there'll be more on that in this program too. I also want to direct you to a new resource CompTIA recently launched called CompTIA Career Explorer, and we'll put a link to that in the chat. You can see videos to inspire you about different paths people have taken, as well as the certification pathways that got them to their careers. It's a fantastic free resource, so it'll be inspirational and also informative for everyone. I'd like to now thank you. May I now please introduce Randy Gross, the CISO of CompTIA, who was our technical lead on the cooperation together with NTID. Randy, take it away.
Thanks, Amy. It's fantastic to be here with you today. And I was thinking about how to present this, and there's really one key story. It seems like everyone had fun meeting. I see lots of smiles, which is great. When Jim and team came to our offices, it was not fun to start because the challenge was huge. And the challenge to figure out where we all needed to be when working together was extensive. And so we went across a lot of different things. I will never forget that meeting. I did the math, and I've probably been in 5,000 meetings in CompTIA. That is in the top 5 things I will ever remember. The challenges that we faced are clearly nowhere near what anyone with a disability faces in a day. And what we've realized as an organization, as Todd mentioned, was we had to take a very hard look across the board at our content. Can we translate this way? Could we move things here? Could we move things here? The way that we do disabilities across the organization changed as a direct result of here. And I hope that we've made it easier. It changed Pearson VUE entirely. We were able to really have collaborative conversations that we would have even known to have prior. So, and then we've also even worked with other organizations. Well, you have to do it this way. Well, we were able to really reinvent that and say, we want to make it as easy as possible for everyone to take their exams in a fair. Fair doesn't always mean exactly the same. And so we were able to set that. And I think as a result of the patience, frankly, that Jim had with us, and the constant improvement in how we learn, how we teach, seeing 50, because I was thinking about this, I also got the emails of, we didn't pass anyone this time. What in the world's going on? So 50 is, it's just wonderful to think through. Sorry, I just said it. It's a wonderful day. Thanks so much.
Randy, I'm with you. It chokes me up too. And it's more than 50. It's amazing. And some people did more than one exam certification. So really, I've learned how to say congratulations and sign. And I really want to make sure you hear we're celebrating. No, that's celebration and congratulations and applause. So we're celebrating you because it's the learners that put in the hard work and overcame the barriers and the frustrations and helped us learn as well. That's the message we want to make sure you all hear as well. Thank you so much. Thanks for your remarks, Randy. We really appreciate it. Now it's my pleasure to turn it over to LB. And I want her to show me how to sign her name again. I have a sign name as well. It's A with a smile. Amazon Amy, I guess, is also Amazon sign. But Linda's going to join us now, LB, and she's the director of NTID's Learning Consortium and also has an announcement for us about the workforce. LB, over to you.
Hello, hello. It's great to come together with those of you I know and to connect with those I'm meeting for the first time. I'm really excited to introduce NTID's new Center for Workforce Development, also known as the NCWD. And this is a big step forward for us, a center dedicated to lifelong learning and career advancement. We're going to be teaming up with the NTID academic departments and industry partners to offer non-credit, in-person, and online certificates, boot camps, and workshops that will give deaf and hard of hearing the in-demand skills needed for careers in advanced technologies. Our website's in the works, and once it's up, you'll be able to see all the programs we'll be rolling out, and I'll make sure to email everyone when it's ready to go live. I'm also thrilled to let you know that Professor Jim Mallory has joined our team. Jim will be working closely with industry partners to make sure that our training programs are exactly what employers are looking for. And we'll also be working directly with all of you to support your journey in securing jobs in your certified areas. To help us better understand where you're at and what your goals are, I'll be sending out a survey soon, so please keep an eye out for that. And finally, I want to take a moment to thank CompTIA for their incredible support. They've been a huge part of expanding certification opportunities for deaf and hard of hearing people, and this partnership has been such a rewarding experience. It's really a model for what we hope to achieve with other organizations in the future. So congratulations to everyone, and I'll be in touch soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda. Thanks, LB, for those remarks. And, you know, this is a partnership that's really achieved national recognition as well. And so I'd be remiss if I didn't thank the National Science Foundation for their funding through the ATE, Advancing Technology Education Program, and my good friend that I made at your institution, Donna Lang, who really taught me a lot about how those work. And we've presented that nationally as well with Brian. So thank you for everything you've taught us again, and thanks for being such great partners for us. But there's really a champion at the heart of this that I'm very excited to introduce, and all of you know, Professor Jim Mallory. Jim, over to you to talk about the graduation.
Thanks, Amy. Hello, this is my favorite part. We get to congratulate all the winners of certifications. So it's my pleasure to show you a list of participants. They worked really hard, a lot of sweat, a lot of work, a lot of tears, and they finally succeeded. So we would like to congratulate all the certified students. You've earned it, and we're very proud of all of you and look forward to helping you get high-tech jobs. We would also like to acknowledge some people who had more than one certification. For example, Joshua Alvarez is a secure infrastructure specialist, and others are following close behind. So A+ or Security Plus was a start, and many of them are continuing, so congratulations. Again, the purpose of this webinar is to honor all of you. That's what this is all about. Would also like to thank all the people from CompTIA, NTID, and Pearson VUE. As you can see from the list, there are many, many people. Some were already mentioned and some not yet. It's a long list. It requires a village to make things successful. So I want to thank and appreciate all of the efforts of the many, many people who participated. So really, that's what this webinar is about, again, is to congratulate all of our certification winners. So for my fellow presenters, do you want to pop up and we'll offer our congratulations or give feedback?
So Jim, I think all of our presenters would like to be on camera now and learn how to say, for those of us who don't, how to say congratulations in ASL. Can you teach us that? Congratulations. All right, I think we can all learn that sign today. Congratulations to everyone who participated in the program. We're so proud of you. And we've learned a lot from you as well. I hope that you heard that. And we look forward to following your career moving forward. And we're so excited about LB's new resource for you and how we can support that as well. So I know it's a very busy time of year. Thanks everyone for tuning in on this chapter. It's so important in life for us to stop and celebrate success. And I think there's no better time than right before the holidays to do that. Even though we're so busy, it's really a joy for us from CompTIA and RIT to do this with you learners. And we hope that you know in your heart that you have something that no one can ever take away, like Todd talked about, a certification, and that we hope that is, if it hasn't already been, the next step to a job, it will be in your future. So congratulations and thank you so much. We celebrate you.